guys, how are you doing today? Today I'm making shepherd's pie, and on the stove right now I've got about 7 medium-sized red potatoes. I like red potatoes because their skin, I love to mash potatoes with the skin on, because that skin gives it an extra pop, and when you're using red potatoes, it gives it just a nice hint of a deep red maroon color that I really like. I really find that attractive, especially when it comes to shepherd's pie. In the oven, though, today I've decided to try a little other thing that I was advised to try by one of my coworkers. And in the oven, here in the oven, you'll see I have some potatoes baking that I'm actually going to mash a little later on. On the potatoes, what I did was I put some oil, cooked down with some salt and pepper, over the potatoes after letting them breathe, kind of like this, and just sticking about three times on each side, give or take a few. I don't know. How oily do you like your potatoes to be, huh? So I really, really enjoy shepherd's pie, and I have ever since I was young. So what I've got here that is actually going to go into the pie is about a large onion, 2 sticks of celery, and 3 carrots. The carrots I got at the local store, which actually I find really disappointing, because if you can use homegrown carrots, or really any homegrown ingredients, I highly encourage you to. Homegrown ingredients just make things a little yummier, homey. It makes you feel like you're going to Grandma's house. And I remember my mom used to tell me stories. My mom is also filming today, so shout out to her. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My mom used to tell me stories about going to her grandma's, and her grandma had gardens, and she would cook a whole bunch of stuff and use these homegrown ingredients. And my grandma has tried to do the same. She's busy. My grandma's very busy right now. But I love coming to her house and just having so much great food, homegrown or not. When you're at Grandma's house, you just get that great food feeling. Now, I am going to be cooking all of these potatoes.
You are?
And after I layer the top layer of the shepherd's pie with them, if I have leftover, I'm going to make some fried potato balls, which actually is just an idea that occurred to me last night. So I thought I might try it out. The resulting flavor of these mashed potato balls are going to be kind of like fries, I would say. You could probably eat them with some ketchup and salt, or whatever you eat your fries with. I wouldn't know. But I just love that kind of fried food too. I went to the fair this year, and I'm guilty as charged of having not only 1, but 2 foot-long corn dogs, some curly fries, and some icy. The fair's fried food is just
Good for.
really good.
What are you looking for?
I am looking for a can opener. All of you should know that I have really bad luck with can openers, especially electric ones. So I don't like to use electric can openers. So if I can, I avoid it at all costs. It's just a little extra love that goes into it, I guess. But I always find it worth it. When was the last time you saw one of these? I'm not even sure I know how to use this one. Alright. We'll save that for later. Today, I was gonna get some garlic. And actually, I'm gonna put some of this in the potatoes. Just because, well, I'm a huge garlic fan. Garlic can go on anything, if you ask me. Garlic can go on meatloaf. Garlic can go on anything. But another thing I'm going to do that some of you may not have seen is I'm going to use some cumin. Cumin, I know that sounds odd, especially in some mashed potatoes. And in shepherd's pie, it's probably sounding a little more. Just a pinch there can really, really just liven up a dish and fill you up. Make a dish fill you up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start cooking the carrots. Carrots cook a lot longer than onions and celery does. Because the carrots are a lot more dense than onions and celery. So I'm going to just kind of start softening these up.
Takes an hour.
One of the things I have to do with my potatoes that are in the oven is I have to keep making sure the skin is hydrated. Otherwise, they will not mash properly. So, there we are. So, if you decide to try doing the potatoes this way, remember that you have to keep that skin oiled up. So I'm just going to take this. I made a little extra oil just because I wasn't sure how much I would need and how much I would use. But we'll see how this turns out, I suppose. So I really, really, really enjoy shepherd's pie, as I've said. It's actually one of my favorite dishes.
Hey, put this in first and heat it.
And my mom is telling me to cook the carrots with olive oil. However, I'm actually not going to use oil to cook the carrots. I'm going to throw some carrots in with this new garlic sauce that I thought I would try it out. And I just think that carrots and certain sauces it cooks up really nicely. But I am going to cook a little bit first, just before I put sauces on it, because sauces can alter the taste, and we want to get some of that nice, fresh carrot taste in there before we put any sauces.
Tell them what you're going to cook up and take a break and come back.
So I'm going to cook up these carrots, toss a little celery and onions, and when I get back to you, we'll be cooking up some meat next. So I'll see you guys soon.
Okay. Press stop. Do I press stop so we don't lose it? Hmm?
Yes.